with our cinematography engine, we essentially deliver that movie experience the player wants.
So how did you base it on the book? What did you take from the book, and what did you take from the movie?
Well, we worked heavily with the Ludlam estate in determining what the vision was going to be, how we were going to bring the property to a game.
Well, it looks pretty stiff right now.
With Tony Gilroy, who was the screenwriter for all 3 movies, and then we worked with Jeff Amata, who was the stunt coordinator that basically created the physicality of Bourne.
And I have to say, the game looks great. When you think movie game, you don't expect this, and now I see that you've taken so much from the book and really created a franchise of its own. So tell me a little bit about the gameplay that we're seeing here.
Well, what we're seeing here is a lot of hand-to-hand combat, but we're also seeing some shooting experience. Bourne is really about that seamless blend between hand-to-hand and shooting, and how it's framed. I mean, here we're seeing several camera cuts as Bourne's throwing people off planes, slamming them into all the things in the environment around him.
So the camera cuts that we're seeing, are those like actually in the game, or are they just cutscenes that you see?
In the examples that we're seeing right here in the hand-to-hand, those are, it's all real-time. It's all done in-game, and the player's initiating it.
Okay.
So when you hit the B button here to do a takedown, it basically is figuring out...
And there's a guy clipping behind him.
...the character and setting up the camera.
That's amazing, because I think people were a little worried about this game. Is it going to be confusing for the player if the camera keeps switching angles? Do you have to reorient yourself each time? Did you guys think about that?
You're heavily in control of it, and we actually use...
So was the guy in it? And what's the thing in the corner?
About where it needs to be.
But so is the guy able to like interact with the 2 NPCs at the same time?
Compromising positions.
So tell me a little bit how you do takedowns.
Well, in the hand-to-hand, basically you're doing combos with light and heavy attacks, you're using light and heavy kicks, and you're building up adrenaline, which we can see in the radar in the lower right-hand corner.
Okay.
As you're building up adrenaline, you're going to be able to perform a takedown, and it'll basically indicate to you when it's available. And when you perform a takedown, basically everything in the environment is available to do as a takedown. We'll see Francis here slam this character into pieces of the wall, slam him into chairs, pick up the fire extinguisher, and use it as a weapon.
Because that's a big thing I know about the books and the movies, is being able to use the environment as a weapon.
Yeah, Bourne is about preparation, but really he's about using the things around him as a weapon. So the pin in the first movie, the book in the last movie, really anything is a weapon in Bourne's hands.
Well, it looks amazing. Thanks for the demo. We cannot wait for the game this summer. Right now it's
looks like an interesting, destructible environment. So.
Thank you, Morgan. Really good.
And it was what Morgan asked first was like, well, so this is the a movie games where they walk away right now. So good, straight out awesome. Good, very good way to introduce and just be like, look, we're not going to take baloney from anybody.